I was expecting something big. I wasn't expecting Marvel Rivals 2. This is the game we got, so let's talk about it. So, yeah, this is new, and this is pretty crazy. I was not expecting them to give every single character a team up. This is Marvel Rivals now, and I am excited. It's been a while since a game has got me this hype, and I mean a very long time. Marvel Rivals Season 9 is going to be amazing. There's going to be some growing pains and there's going to be some issues. That's fine. They've already said they're going to dedicate themselves to refining the kinks and dinks with this current season in a much quicker fashion than they have in previous seasons. And that's just music to my ears, man, because there's no reason why you have a hotfix system and you don't use it. So while we're playing, if you encounter something really crazy or really broken or really buggy, go online and voice that opinion. Let them know about it. They can't fix it if we don't bring attention to it. And if you've been watching my videos for a little bit now since I've started re-uploading, you will know I talked a lot of shit to the devs and said they don't really listen to us. And that sentiment I held has slowly been changing. We were still left with pretty broken characters from Season 7 to Season 9. Not gonna say any names, but let's just say they were really problematic. But the Season 7 alt charge change has been the biggest step forward they've ever taken into letting us know they are listening to us. Now, Season 9 has completely reinforced that. It takes some serious guts to do what they just did to this game. Overhauling the team up system and then actually implementing it is insane to do. That is a drastic change. Taking a leap of faith like that with this community, I don't even know if I can pull that off if I was a dev. Which is why I think that this is a good sign. The development team for Marvel Rivals and NetEase is not going to let this game die quietly. You're probably scratching your head thinking, well, what does that even mean? Basically what I'm saying is I don't think they're going to let this game just become stale. They've already experimented in the past with certain things in this game before. Look at Deadpool, for example. Deadpool is a multi-role hero, and you can just say, oh, that's just Deadpool's gimmick. That's just something that fits his character. That's true. What if down the line we get something similar to that? What if we get another character like that? Maybe they're a dual role character. You never know. They always keep themselves fresh. With that out of the way, let's talk about the actual meat and bones of this season. The team ups. And boy, dear Lord, there's a lot of them. It's a lot of shit to keep up with now. I do like the system. I think it's nice. It adds something to a lot of characters' gameplay. But I did like our old system a little bit better. And the reason why I liked it better was because you actually had to have that character on your team to receive the team up. What I didn't like about it was the fact that there was anchors. I don't like anchors. That's why I kept suggesting two-way team ups. If you have two particular characters on the team, they both give each other a team up. Not necessarily you just have a team up even with someone not being on your team, but I still like this system. I think that it's very creative, especially the enhanced system. I really like the enhanced team ups. They are just crazy, man. They basically gave Rogue Super Saiyan in this game. If you let Gambit get past the ban phase, Lord have mercy. Good luck with that one. You run into a good Rogue, you're not winning that game. The team up overhaul has been so big that this is the first time since I've started playing this game that I have not seen everyone insta-lock the new character. Do you know how insane that is? That is like a guarantee, at least on the first day of the patch. When a new character releases, everyone insta-locks that character. Whether they're a DPS, a support, or a tank, it doesn't matter. I've been able to freely pick Jubilee without a single issue. She is such a fun character. Like I said on numerous occasions, I'm a big X-Men fan, and the way how they implement certain X-Men characters into this game, it's just so fun. They do such a good job. Even though I'm not that big of a fan of Phoenix, Wolverines, Magnetos, and Storm's initial design, the team-up system has really helped out with that. But Jubilee's, Gambit, Psylocke, Magic, Cyclops, and Rogue's design, they cooked with them. They straight up just cooked. I can't say nothing else. They just cooked with them. And the fact that she is a support with a design like this is what I want to see more of. I don't mind if you like the, Rocket design, the Invis design, the Cloak and Dagger design. That's fine. That's your opinion. That's your prerogative, man. Have fun. Me personally, I just like playing supports where I press a lot of buttons and it looks like the buttons do a lot of things. That's why I like playing Lucio in Overwatch 2 so much. The last 3 supports we've got, Support Pool, White Fox, and now Jubilee, they all seem like proactive supports rather than reactive supports. Not saying you can't play other supports like that, it's just their kits are more catered towards making plays opposed to making sure other plays aren't happening. Also, even though I love the X-Men, no more mutants for a little bit, okay? Please. I know you probably already have a couple more lined up, but man, there are a lot more Marvel characters you can choose from that aren't just X-Men. You know, we can start adding some more villains to the game. You know, the thing that makes our Marvel heroes so special? The villains? How about those guys? Now let's finish it off by covering the Widow rework real quick, or mainly what it can entail for the future. She should not have been unplayable like she was. I just think that now she finally has a place in the game and she's more playable, and that's all I really wanted. This is great for her because now when I see a Black Widow, I'm like, okay, yeah, we could probably do this. Like, this could actually be a game where my teammates not losing their mind. And look, for all the Widow mains out there that like the old character, it does suck that the character is fundamentally different now, and you sunk a whole bunch of hours into a character that's not the same anymore. That's why I suggested in my last video she gets a retooling instead of a rework, because I knew this discourse was immediately going to pop up after they reworked her. But like I said, man, she's playable now, man, and that's all I cared about. People can play the character. There's somebody out there, their favorite character is Black Widow, and they just literally could not play her because she just sucked. She was the worst, and now that's not the case anymore. Moving forward, if there are seasons where she does suck, it'll just be because she's in a weak spot right now, not because the character needs a rework. Oh, and one more thing, shout out to Zeong, man. He's been through a lot, well, mainly we've put him through a lot, and that's because he does do some pretty weird things when it comes to balancing this game, and he still is doing some weird things to the game. I just seen the most recent emergency patch for season 9. Am I a fan of it? Kinda, but I'm not gonna overreact. Like I keep saying, I'm done overreacting to this game. I'm just gonna see how it feels. But the fact that there was a day 1 patch does let us know, hey, they are listening. And it's always nice to know as a player for a game. Are we always going to agree with those patches and those changes? Probably not. But hey, maybe we keep shouting at them, they might get the idea. Remember what I said, guys. If we organize and come together, we can get a lot of things done for this game. I've seen plenty of people talking about how team-ups felt like they were lacking for a very long time. And they heard that noise. So we got season 9's team up system. We have to organize. That's how we are going to get the changes we want for the game. We're going to run into some roadblocks here and there. People are going to disagree with each other. It's not going to always be a 100% everyone is on the same page. That's not going to happen. But if we acknowledge something is wrong and understand it needs to be changed, that is the first step to getting it changed. Never forget that. But NetEase, you think you're slick. I know your tactics by now. You can't ignore it anymore. You need to address your rank system. So let's wrap this up. Marvel Rivals Season 9 seems like it's going to be a phenomenal season. There's definitely going to be some kinks and things that need to get fixed, but that's why we're here, guys. We're the little guinea pigs that need to do the test experiments. Let's get to playing and see what's wrong with it so we can make it better. If you made it this far into the video, you know the drill. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. Have a wonderful day, and peace out.